welcome to GFR. As always, I'm your host, the G to the U to the R to the U. As always, thank you all. You could have been anywhere on this planet, anywhere on this world, but you're spending with me. And I appreciate that. I honestly appreciate that. So now, we gotta talk about the hardest thing going on in the football world, in the football spectrum. We kind of talk about Mr. Big Chest, Mr. Antonio Brown. Yes, as you all have all heard and seen, Antonio Brown has been traded Oakland Raiders for draft picks, essentially. The saga that has put the Steelers' business in the open has finally climaxed. This is actually a great situation for both parties at hand. The Steelers finally are able to wipe their hand clean from their talented star receiver who would date himself or even marry himself if that's possible. While the Raiders get a star to sell to their upcoming season fan base, but most importantly, the future fan base in Las Vegas. What they say, business looks to be booming. So how it works with the Raiders? AB fits perfectly into John Gruden's West Coast offense. The offensive passive principles in this offense is based on winning by running precise routes. The offense is very timing centric. The QB is thrown to a spot, and the expectation is for the wide receiver to win this battle to get to that spot. The offensive principle consists of short and intermediate routes, which means a wide receiver who could get yards after catch, otherwise known as YAC, is crucial. All of these are AB's strengths. That's why this trade will have AB living his best life. I expect AB to put up monster numbers in Oakland/Las Vegas. Now you say, why do I expect AB to put up monster numbers? Simple. John Gruden's offense is very receiver-focused, receiver-friendly. Don't let this season fool you with Jared Cook. No. John Gruden had a history of utilizing veteran wide receiver who can run the route tree. Precisely the route tree. Gruden needed a guy that could be open in 3 steps. And look at his history. In fact, let me talk about John Gruden's history, that is, to give you a little, catch up. In 2001, with then Oakland Raiders, Jerry Rice was a marquee receiver for John Gruden offense. And Jerry Rice was 39 freaking years old in freaking 2001. And let me read this to you. 83 receptions, 1,139 yards, and 7 touchdowns. That's what Jerry Rice did at 39 years old on John Gruden's offense. The next year, Gruden was at Tampa Bay. Now, this is kind of funny. He had Keyshawn Johnson. It's kind of ironic out here because you guys might not realize at one point, Keyshawn Johnson was the AB. He's very disgruntled. He was a locker room disruptor. And it got to the point when it was with him and Gruden that they didn't release him, but they didn't allow him to come to the facilities because he was such a deterrent to the team and the culture of the Buccaneers at that specific time. It's kind of funny, fast forward to 2019, and Pittsburgh have their version of Keyshawn Johnson, and people don't realize, for the young kids, go Google Keyshawn Johnson and throw me the damn ball. Throw me the damn ball. Just go Google that. You will see what I mean. It's kind of ironic how this situation kind of be. Because now, John Gruden's on the other end. He's receiving a disgruntled receiver that's very highly talented. That was just a side note. Now back to the Gruden's history of making veteran receiver look amazing. In 2003, after the debacle with Keyshawn Johnson, they had a guy named Keenan McCardle, one of my favorite receivers of all time, and sneaky receivers. Keenan had, with John Gruden, 84 receptions, 1,174 yards. I mean, this is veterans receiver we're talking about. And then another sneaky veteran receivers from 2005 to 2007, John Gruden had Joey Galloway. Yes, you guys might not hear these guys. Joey Galloway, another old receiver at that time when John Gruden got it, who averaged between those 3 years 67 receptions, 1,119 yards, and 7 TDs in 3 years under John Gruden. So, the reason why I say this is, and last thing, Gruden's last coaching at Tampa Bay, he also brought in the locker room another locker room disruptor, a highly talented kid named Antonio Bryant. Yes, the first AB, who also hailed from Miami, Florida. For those who don't know Antonio Bryant, he was a talented receiver out of Pitt that was drafted by the Cowboys. He was definitely, let's just say, his character, his running with the law, and coaches and teammates quickly got him on the wrong side of the character police. Gruden was able to guide that Antonio Bryant, the first AB, to his career best with 83 receptions, 1,248 yards, and 7 touchdowns. Like, I expect AB Antonio Brown to have a ridiculous stats with the Raiders. John has a quarterback that's a bonehead and will force feed AB the ball, and he has a coach that actually could maximize his skill set. AB will regain his throne as the best receiver in the league. He will have all the stats and numbers the next few seasons. AB, I predict we'll get a 2K receiving season while with the Raiders, largely because the division has a very low caliber as far as cornerback. AB should be able to eat versus any secondary in the whole entire division. Everybody wins in this situation. But the biggest winner is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Even with AB putting up monster numbers, the Raiders will not be a playoff team. AB will be happy. Gruden would have fans at the games with his offensive production. The Raiders will be entertaining in the entertainment capital of the world. Meanwhile, the Steelers, who will be recovering from the chemo treatment as they remove their most cancerous cells from the organization. I look for the Steelers to be in full health the next few seasons and back to be the dominant in the AFC North. Plus, as history has it, Pittsburgh always have another productive receiver waiting in the wings. And it will be his turn to put his juju into the Steelers history book. Thank you for watching GFR. And as always, y'all, appreciate y'all watching this. Please go ahead, like, follow, share, comment below if you guys agree with everything I say. Even if you disagree, comment, like, share. I want to hear from you guys because we do this for you guys.